Hi there. I'm going to run through the individual write request workflow. I'm going to run through it under the impression that you know the different areas of the system, like manage contacts, manage cases, reporting, administration, etc. This is quite straightforward. It's just like subject access request. Subject access request is one where you are retrieving information within your organization and you're sending it out to a customer, whereas the rest of the rights that come through with GDPR is about you getting things done and letting the customer know that it has been done. This is how we break it down. So we have a new case type in the system called individual write request, which takes care of all the GDPR regulated case types. So first I'm going to search for a contact and select the contact, and then I'll proceed with creating an individual write request. So these fields are pretty much the same as what you have in subject access request. You can record how you received this request, whether it's a form that's come in via email or through letter. You can select whether there's a representative that's involved in this, maybe a solicitor or a parent on behalf of the child. The next options are available for you to select. You can select based on the case, whether this is about a rectification right or an erasure right, or whether it's about restricting processing. You can provide the full details of your request. I'm going to type in an example. Delete my old address and also correct my mobile number in which you can contact me, and maybe also stop processing my details. Identity verification is an add-on. If this is to verify that the person who is requesting this is the right person, I've just put it on to say that we can do this. It'll be a bit of integration. Somehow we'll have to check whether this email address and the mobile number that we have passed is for the right person. This will be an add-on. I just wanted to show you what we can. I'm not going to do anything with this for now. Next. This is the data subject's details. You can record the category, the preferred contact method, etc. That will create a case. It will assign to a data protection office. It could be a data rights team. It's been assigned to an administrator of the case. It's just the support account at the moment, just to show you what the process is. It's got all the rights that you have selected. The request details appears here. The first task is to verify request identity. If there was some kind of integration, this would be automatically done behind the scenes to say, yeah, I verify that this person requesting this is who he claims to be. At the moment, it just triggers there because I didn't put anything in those fields. The first task for the person or the officer who is in charge of this case is to do an initial assessment. The initial assessment is very much like the subject access request one, where you can either reject it for the right reason, or you choose to accept it or process the request. You can assign it to a different person from here based on the workload. You have the option to start at different stages. The different stages are internal review, supervisory authority is the ICO in this country, and final appeal is the appeal against that. In this scenario, I'm just going to run through a basic request. I can summarize better in the options here. I can record details of whether I have enough information to proceed with this request. I can say I saw his driving license, I saw his proof of residence. Like I mentioned, these value lists are very much configurable, just like in Substack's request. If you need further information, you can select yes here, or else in this scenario, I'm just going to say no, I've got all the right information to proceed. I can set that sensitivity to low, medium, or high. When I do next, it's triggered an acknowledgement to be sent out to the customer. That's how it looks. It can have your logo, your details as part of it. The basic template is there. It says no later than 8th March they will have a response. Once you send that out, the first task for you is to identify the actions to do. This is how you can collaborate and manage work within your organization. You can have multiple actions that you can add based on the rights that are required. So first right is rectification, and I'm going to ask the CRM system first. So you could have a list of systems here. This is just a value list that you can change. This is just some examples that we set up. You can say CRM system, please delete the contacts, address details that we hold. It could be in multiple systems, so you could do multiple actions. You can assign this to someone to get this done. I'm going to assign it to the CRM manager, another basic user in the system who just completes actions. I'm under the impression that you understand the difference between a basic user and a power user, and you're all existing iCasework experts. So similarly, you could have multiple actions here. You can delete from the marketing system as well, the same. And you could ask the database manager to do this, and you could have multiple actions based on the rights and the details that they provided, and do next. What that does is create multiple tasks, and it'll assign it to different people in the system. They get a notification saying there's a task. They go into the system, they can see the details, and they can action it. And in this scenario, I'm just going to action it myself. Let's say they contacted me over the phone and they let me know that it's been done, so I can action it from the case. I can say it has been completed. They have the option to say, yeah, no, I need more time on this, or they can request help from others in their team. In this scenario, I'm just going to say it's been completed, and they can upload attachments and say, yes, this has been completed. And maybe this one, they came back and said no. Or they can say, yeah, it has been completed. And what this does is makes an audit trail of what happened about this case, who did what, was it completed, what was asked, who did it, etc. So once all that is done, you can prepare the response, whatever the outcome may be. Maybe it's fully completed, maybe it's partially completed, maybe it's completely exempt. You can say fully completed, provide details of whatever the outcome is, next, and that would generate a response template that the person can edit. And this is just a response, nothing much in there. You are expected to edit it as you like, as per what you've done, and send it. Once that's done, you record an outcome, and you can say it's been fully completed. You have the option here to say which right was actually completed and which wasn't actually completed. So eventually you can run your reports and find out how many requests that did you receive, how many of them were erasure, how many of them were rectification requests, and out of that, how many were completed, how many were not completed. Next. And that's really the end of individual write request. Once closed, like you have in the subject access request, you will be able to escalate to different stages. And that's about it, really. Thank you.